Blue Jays in Chicago to face the White Sox. John Garland looking to become the AL's first 16-game winner. Top second, 2-0 White Sox. Greg Zaun off Garland. That's a single. All right, stay with me here. Next batter is Eric Hinske. That's well hit. That'll go for a double.
We'll get to third base.
Next batter is Reed Johnson. I think you know what's coming.
Johnson to the...
That's going to drop.
Watches it.
Zaun and Hinske come in to score. Johnson hustles on over to third. He's in with a triple, and the game tied at 2. All right, so what's next? Well, you know what's coming. Orlando Hudson at the plate with 1 on and 1 gone. It's a team cycle. Somebody call the Discovery Channel. Garland, 6 innings of work, 13 hits, 7 earned runs, 4 Ks, his worst outing of the season. Bottom 4, Jermaine Dye facing Josh Towers. That's low and away, called a strike. Isaac Guillen watching his ace getting shelled, and that pitch enough to bring him out, and he eventually got tossed by Jeff Nelson. Bottom 8, A.J. Przinsky facing Towers, and Przinsky hit by the pitch. Justin Spire to Jermaine Dye. He gets hit. And things really starting to get testy. Russ Adams already 2 home runs in the game. John Atkins drills him. Both teams warned, and there's more to come in this series. Blue Jays win at 7-3. They quietly won 9 of 13.
Take a break. Number 8, Jeff Blum, the new guy in Chicago. Little Joe Crede insurance at third. That's a beautiful play. Diving stab and major league arm to first. The Blue Jays would win. Number 6, Blue Jays and White Sox again. Scott Podsednik. He's shown a couple of good defensive plays by Chicago, and they are worthy, but they did lose the game. Blue Jays are scoring a lot of runs lately.
Blue Jays just 5 back in the AL wild card as the night began. White Sox struggling a little bit at home. Not that it matters. They lead by infinity in the Central. Orlando Hernandez 1-2, 7-1-6 in his last 3 starts against the Jays. In the first, bases loaded, 2 outs. Greg Zaun rips a double to the wall and right. Reed Johnson, Shea Hillenbrand, Corey Koski all coming around to score. Blue Jays go up 3-0. 8th inning. Sox down 4-3, 2-on-2 out. Jeff Blum against Miguel Batista, and Batista got him swinging in the 9th. 2 outs, nobody on. Everett against Batista, swinging as well. Jays win at 4-3. Sox now just 3-9 in their last dozen.
Chi Sox, Chicago 25-13 in day games this season. Best in the bigs. Bottom 1, have a day, Aaron Rowan. 3-run home run. It does get up and get out. His 8th of the year, and it is 4-0 Pale Horse. In the 5th, Carl Everett tries to avoid getting picked off. Oh,
looks like a Terrell Owens situation.
It's a groin. He would leave the game. Bottom 8, tied at 4. Tadahito Iguchi leaving the yard. His 9th. Sox up 5-4 in the 9th. Dustin Hermanson shutting it down.
He gone. He gone. What a job by Dustin Hermanson.
And they gone. 26 save for Hermanson. Sox win 5-4. So a gander at your American League wild card race. Despite the loss, the Blue Jays remain in the hunt for their first postseason berth since winning the '93 World Series. But it is the A's at the top. 3-game lead on the Yankees. Oakland opens up a weekend series in Kansas City Friday. The Yanks begin one of their own in Toronto.
Thursday, and Billy Bob Thornton turned 50. With that in mind, Blue Jays White Sox number 10. Eric Hinske, I don't believe he was born on Thursday or August 4th.
He might have been born on 8.
Actually. Number 8, back to the Blue Jays White Sox. Tadaguchi, clearly not dogging it.
Oh, that's good.
Climbing. But all that's just talk. How about the actions of the Yankees in Toronto? First inning, Gary Sheffield pops off again. 2-run poke of the line drive variety, 22nd of the year, 2-0 Yanks. Shep gave Aaron Small something to work with in his 3rd start of the season since getting called up. 5th inning, bases loaded with Blue Jays. Small against Frank Catalanato. 6, 4, and 3 for the double play, and that is cause for a Small celebration. Bottom 6, still 3-0 Yanks. Blue Jays threatening again. Runners on the corners with 1 out. Greg Zaun, your batter. Small still on the hill. And that's another 4-6-3 double play. Look at the great relay by Jeter. That's leadership. Inning over. Small now perfect 3 for 3 since getting called up. Here's Buster only on Sheffield's potential for distraction.
The Yankees can gain ground on the Red Sox. Randy Johnson against that man, Scott Downs, facing Jason Giambi in the top of the second. Giambi breaks his bat, grounds out the first. Downs gets there in time, but check out the replay. Why is Marty Foster on the ground, the umpire, while Giambi's broken bat flings just above the shin guard?
Quickly out to attend to him.
The top of the knee that's not protected. Foster has to leave. No broken bones, thankfully. Game delayed for 15 minutes. Second base umpire Laz Diaz has to come in to take the plate. Meanwhile, Derek Jeter, he beats Downs 5-hole up the middle. Ties the game at 2. Jeet was 3 for 5. He's 7 for his last 13, hitting .308. Meanwhile, Randy Johnson had his C- game again. Reminds you of his 2003 season in Arizona when he went 6-8 with a 4.26 ERA. His numbers are very similar to that year. Yankees do throw out Reed Johnson, but bottom 3, they're down 4-3. And look at this. Jason Giambi, his 5th error of the year. He was 0 for 3 at the plate. Hillenbrand scores, and Blue Jays beat the Yankees.
So the O's were in first place as recently as June 24th, but are now 9.5 games back and in 4th place. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays continue to put pressure on the division leaders, winning 11 of their last 17 games.
Here are the Yankees taking on the Blue Jays. Very dangerous hitter. Hang him and bang him. A-Rod leads. Yankees up 1-0. His 31st of the year.
There's some guys as hot as the weather out there right now.
Oh, Robinson Cano hitting the helmet by Mr. Towers.
Sounded like.
Oh, man. Where that fly?
Where it got him.
Bottom 8, Yankees up 6-0. There's that one-out thing going, and another fly ball to left. Hideki Matsui with the bases loaded, doing his best Shannon Stewart imitation. There's only 2 outs now. He doesn't throw it in and still picks up the runner going to third.
Got a clause in his contract where he gets a bonus if he gets enough outfield assists.
I like this here. He's going to say there's 3 outs. Somebody's yelling at him. He's just...
If they're yelling at him, they're probably not speaking his language there.
Well, that's
there was a barrier, and he didn't get it, but he did get a double play. And
he speaks better English than we do. Let's not get that misconstrued that he didn't know what anyone was saying to him.
They laughed a man's laugh about it, which was good, and the Yankees get a win 6-2. Bad news, Carl Pavano, instead of making his next rehab start, off to see Dr. James Andrews. That's usually real bad news, and Randy Johnson tweaked his back in a game on Saturday. He may miss his next start.
Game road trip begins in T.O. They've lost 9 of 12. Bottom 9, all 8s. 1 out. 2 men on. Eric Hinsky's walked intentionally. Bases loaded, 1 out. Greg Zahn, he's done. And then Franklin Herman gets Frank Catalanato to pop up. So good job by Herman to get out of the jam. Now still in the 10th. 2 out now. Man on first. Aaron Hill is up. He's going to bloop 1 to center, and I did it all for the Nookie. Nook Logan, top play nominee. Top of 12, 1 out. Scott Schoenweiss intentionally walks Craig Monroe to load the bases. Next batter, Vance Wilson, who has caught all 12 innings for the Tigers, chops it. Aaron Hill can't make the play, and Dimitri Young. Winner, chicken teriyaki dinner. Tigers win 9-8. Tigers Blue Jays. Gustavo Chacin on the mound for the Blue Jays. Top of the 4th. Batting 6th and playing left field for the Tigers, Dimitri Young. His 18th homer of the year. Tigers up 2-1. We fast forward to the 9th. Bottom 9. 1 out. No one on. We're tied at 3. Orlando Hudson facing Craig Dingman. Here's the 1-2. O-Dog said afterwards, the baseball gods helped carry it out. 10th homer of the season in 2 hours and 26 minutes. The Blue Jays beat the Tigers 4-3.
Tigers and Jays. Shea Hillenbrand. Shea.
Oh.
Into the hole. Omar Infante. Bare hand. We call that a flesh gem. Jays win this one. Jays O's, and, well, you got to stay cool on a steamy 100-degree day at Camden. Dave Bush on the hill for Toronto as the Jays chase their 5th straight win, and Miguel Tejada doing his thing. Ryan Roberts in to make it 1-0. 76th RBI for Tejada. John Maine called up from AAA Ottawa. 2nd career start, and it was a good one. 5 scoreless innings, gave up just 2 hits. 7th inning we go, still 1-0. Reed Johnson. Little chopper. Tejada Gets one, pirouette, and gets two.
That was a great play by the taxi, as they call him, because he picks everybody up.
Top 8, Orlando Hudson, the Bullet, and Roberts, a web gem of his own. We go to the 9th, last chance for Toronto, down 1-0. B.J. Ryan, Alex Rios, forget it. 95 on the gun, 26 save for Ryan. First major league victory for John Maine. And the O's take it 1-0. They have won 4 of their last 5.
And they are 6-3 under Sammy Perlazo as manager.
Seemed like there were a lot of cheers for Palmeiro, which is a curious reaction.
It really is. I was surprised.
He walked in his first at bat. Then Palmeiro grounds into a 3-6-3 double play. Remember, the game is being played in Baltimore. This is not in Toronto. Bottom 5, O's up a run. Palmeiro rolls another one over to first.
Well, if you look at it just from a baseball standpoint, you got to remember he hasn't played 13 days. You can see he's out in front of everything, kind of waving at the ball. It's going to take him a couple days to get that timing back.
Down 7-6, 2 on, 2 outs. Palmeiro to end it.
Rios moving over to his right.
It would have been nice for him if he'd been able to hit a home run to win it.
So the Orioles battle to the...
It's been 2 weeks since I played. I'm sure I was a little anxious. You know, going in, I knew he had a good fastball, and he threw me some changeups, and I hadn't seen a changeup in a while, so I was a little bit off.
Yeah, that last at-bat, what was going through your mind?
I was just trying to get a hit, trying to get the ball, good pitch to hit, and I got it. You know, my timing is off a little bit, but I thought I put a good swing to it. I just got under it a little bit.
Molina, first base side, and a dandy. Only play, and they almost throw it away. They were able to tag Jose Molina, who was running by. And he is out. Mike Scioscia will now come out to argue, but the sacrifice is successful.
Perfect placement here. Jose thought he had a base hit. Watch him just kind of flip it up. That was a little low leg. Great athletic play by Sachin, though. And he tagged him. Right there, he tagged him before he got to the base. Good thing no one got hurt on that.
The Angels hosting the Blue Jays. This was heated. 7th inning tie game. Shea Hillenbrand against Brendan Donnelly. That's a single that'll score Orlando Hudson. Frank Catalanato is waved around, but he will be thrown out at the plate. Great throw by Orlando Cabrera. Nice tag by Benji Molina. Third base coach Brian Butterfield out to argue. He's thrown out of the game by the home plate Ron Kolpa. Take another look. Catalanato's batting gloves reach home plate before he does. He's out. Good call by Kolpa. Blue Jays take the 4-3 lead. To the 9th, tied at 4. Francisco Rodriguez trying to get out of bases-loaded jam. In the box is Shea Hillenbrand against K-Rod. And Hillenbrand gets his bat on the ball. It's a blooper. Could be trouble. But Adam Kennedy, the over-the-shoulder catch. Kennedy also had 4 hits. Keep the game tied at 4. 11th inning now, 1 on for Darren Erstad. The game-winning single, because here comes the OC, Orlando Cabrera. And the Angels win in 11. Vlad with 2 hits in this one. Could they gain even more on Oakland's stand?
So it's time to check the AL wildcard standings now. The A's with a 1.5 game lead on the Yankees, the Indians, Blue Jays, and Twins still giving chase.
Fastball hit well to left field. Rivera is back, and Toronto's on the board as Shea Hillenbrand hits his 17th home run this year.
Well, Saunders won't forget him. On a play that
Adams gets one and gets the double play, but the Angels chase home Guerrero from third base and tie the game at 1. Orlando Hudson. And there's a line drive, so Kennedy makes him pay. Coming home is Juan Rivera. The throw by Alex Rios offline. Angels have their first lead of the game.
Everything, the timing involved.
Sean Figgins with a base hit up the middle. Here comes Steve Finley, and the Angels go up 3-1.
Last 3 times they played. Joe Saunders making his major league debut. He gets Corey Koski there, and then he gets Aaron Hill. Saunders 7 1/3, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, a pair of Ks. Bottom 5, Orlando Cabrera facing Scott Downs. Cabrera up the middle. Great play by Orlando Hudson.
To go to third base.
Vernon Wells, though, gets the base hit and gets Hudson home from third base and draws the Blue Jays to within 1. That's Vernon Wells' 70th RBI this year.
Down 6 2/3, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 6 Ks. Top 8, Reed Johnson facing Scott Shields. Darren Erstad throws home. Hudson tagged out by Benjamin Molina. Angels up 3-2. Ninth inning now. Blue Jays down 3-2, bases loaded. Francisco Rodriguez facing Corey Koski, and he walked him. Shea Hillenbrand scores. Jays tie the game.
In the air, right side. This will get the go-ahead run home as Vlad makes the catch. And here from third base comes Eric Hinske. He will score, and Toronto goes in front 4-3.
Bottom 9, 4-3 Jays. Miguel Batista facing Adam Kennedy. Tying run at first, but it's not coming home. Blue Jays win it 4-3. 22nd save for Batista as K-Rod continues to struggle. The Angels' 4-game streak comes to an end.
Bottom first, no outs, game tied at 1. Darren Erstad, Reed Johnson. Reed coming. There he is. Get him in camera. Got a top play nominee. Defense not only wins you championships, it'll win you the individual game leading up to that. Maicier Izturis finds out the same thing. Vernon Wells comes through, gets some grass stains on that uniform. Top play nominee. Aaron Hill, would you like to be a top play nominee? Sure. Get on over there. That's a shortstop with range. These guys just keep falling over every time they catch one. The old dog gets himself some. Orlando Cabrera, Orlando Hudson runs that one down and falls over. Top play nominee, somebody stay on their feet. Bottom 7, Jays up 3-1. Shea Hillenbrand knocks it down, gets over, makes the flip, falls over. Great defense by the Blue Jays. Hudson Wells RBI singles in the 5th for the offense, but it was excellent D.
3 Jays Angels. Maicier Izturis. Oh, what a play. The dive and from his knees, starting the 5-4-3 double play. Again, I have to see it. Thank you. Izturis doing his thing, but the Jays won the game. Blue Jays and Tigers. Carlos Pena's first game in the majors since May 27th in the lineup because of Maglio Ordonez suffering from the flu-like symptoms. Carlos Pena, 2 homers in the game. This one, 433-foot shot, 5th of the season. Tigers hit a season-high 5 homers in the victory.
Tigers slugfest here, bottom 1. Carlos Pena in the house. Carlos Pena out of the house. 3rd of the series, 6th of the year, part of a 7-run first. Dustin McGowan pitching for the Blue Jays, and that's Dustin McGowan. Craig Monroe, the 15th of the year, 9-0 Detroit.
Hey, give the kid some credit from Detroit. He's trying to save that bullpen.
Curtis Granderson, 3-run homer. They're hoping he develops into a star, and the Tigers would win 17-6. They've won 4 in a row. 26 hits in Detroit.
You got to try something, right? Number 1, the Blue Jays' defensive wizardry the whole night through. Vernon Wells, Orlando Hudson, Aaron Hill, everybody getting the glove done.
New York hosting Toronto, a Yankee win, and they are tied for the wild card lead with Oakland, who was off Monday. Derek Jeter, sore thumb, did not play. Jarrett Wright walked the bases loaded in the 1st, but he got Greg Zahn to get out of the jam. 7th inning, Yanks up 2. It's Zahn again leading off. Alex Rodriguez showing off, flashing the love glove, getting dirty, making the play right. Needed 53 pitches to get through 5 innings after throwing 46 in the first 2 innings. Same frame, Orlando Hudson swinging. Wright, 7th shutout, 4 hits, 5 Ks. Hideki Matsui helped Wright by driving in 3 runs, 2 and a 4-run 7th. Tony Womack scores, and so does Bernie Williams. Toronto manager John Gibbons will get thumbed after arguing that Bernie was out. If you want him to fight for you, you have to fight for them, Gibbons said afterwards. A-Rod doubled off the left field wall. Womack scores again. A-Rod making some history that we'll share with you momentarily. 7-0, New York. New York, Wright gets his 4th win of the season. Jarrett Wright's 2 starts since being activated from the disabled list. He's given up 2 runs in 13 1/3 innings, a 1.35 ERA. This from a guy who went on the DL with an ERA of 9.15. A-Rod, just the 4th player in Major League history with at least 8 consecutive 35-homer, 100 RBI seasons. Babe Ruth did it 7 times. Manny Ramirez will also join this list at 8 if he hits another 2 homers this season.
Ouch. That'll help the Twins in the AL wildcard chase. Chasing Joe Torre's Yanks, the Indians, and the A's. Blue Jays visiting the Bronx. Shea Hillenbrand, the top of the 8th off Stanton Sturts. Base hit. Russ Adams scores. Blue Jays take a 3-2 lead. This one would go back and forth late. So here we go, bottom 8. 2 out, Tony Womack on 2nd. He's coming home now. Clutch single by Bernie Williams. Yankees tie the game at 3. Top 9, 2 outs, runner on second. Mariano Rivera allows Reed Johnson the hit. The Blue Jays take the lead back 4-3. Bottom of the 9th, Miguel Batista pitching to Hideki Matsui, leading off, trailing 4-3. See ya.
Drilled to right field. Is it high enough? It's high enough. See ya. Home run, Hideki Matsui, and we are tied at 4.
How about the nerve of that Yankee announcer ripping off my home run call?
I can't believe that.
Just not right. Batista intentionally walks Derek Jeter to load the bases. A little originality, please. Base loaded. Bottom of the 9th. Felix Escalona. Who? Escalona. That's his second career hit with the Yankees. He gets the walk-off hit. The Yankees win. They get their 6th straight home win. They score 2 in the bottom of the 9th. Blue Jays have lost 5 in a row now for the first time since April 24th.
Percentage points entering the day, taking on the Blue Jays. Mike Mussina going for his 3rd straight win. Bottom 3, no score. Gary Sheffield against Dave Bush. Sheff down the 3rd baseline. Here's a top plate nominee coming from Corey Koskie. He went all Jeter on it right into the crowd. In the 5th inning, this is when the game turned. It was pretty much over. No score. Mussina in trouble facing Eric Hinske. Bases loaded, 1 out. He hits Hinske in the hand. So now the Blue Jays have a 1-0 lead. The next man, full count to Orlando Hudson, walked this way. Greg Zahn makes it 2-0. Still in the 5th. Men on the corners. Vernon's got prospects. Vernon's bona fide. What are you? Vernon Wells, 24th home run of the year, 3-run shot. Blue Jays get 9 in the 5th. Peter Gammons, who's the key guy for the Yanks. I admire him for not giving up the rouge. Number 4, Blue Jays and Yankees, the Gold Glover, Vernon Wells.
Back to baseball, 3-way at the top. Trio member New York hosting Toronto. Gary Sheffield come a long way. It's Williamsport week, and look at Sheff back when he was a young lad, 1980, swinging mean aluminum there. Rips one down into the corner. He's running. Now we'll go see if the greatness holds 25 years later against Gustavo Chacín. Oh, man, if that had been a metal bat, somebody had gotten hurt. As it was, Chacín's hurt by a 3-run shot. 27th of the year for the Iron Chef. Yanks up 3-0. Let's check out the form. Then and now. But a little step beforehand. Hands back. Quick through the hitting zone. Excellent work by him. Next batter, Alex Rodriguez. Bing! All right, so A-Rod, Sheff, they go back-to-back for the 4th time this season. A-Rod's 37. The Yanks go up 4-0. Top 7. Stripes up 6-2. Shea Hillenbrand. Shallow right. Where's Sheffield? Here he comes. Doing it all. Got the bat, got the glove, the whole thing. Yanks going to win this thing 6-2. Sean Chacon says, thanks, I'll take it. Chacín doesn't. He's 0-3 against the Yanks. This
good double play deserves another. Blue Jays Yanks. Tino Martinez lines one down the first baseline. Hillenbrand there, and yeah, why not step on the bag at first for the double play.
Indians on the road in Toronto. That's good news. Tribe has won 12 of the last 14 on the road. Dustin McGowan, he's been troubling. 12 runs as the last start facing Cleveland. Grady Sizemore, 30. He's going. Hey, where'd he come from? He swipes home. A steal of home in the bigs this season. As you see, McGowan got sleepy, and off he went. Indians up 1-0. That's well done. Bottom 5, 4-3 Tribe. Sabathia in some trouble. Bases loaded. CC, though, fires one up to Aaron Hill, who was not looking for trouble. Sabathia, 6-inning pitch, 6 hits, 3 runs, 7 Ks, and then Travis Hafner. He like egg. Old school Indians, 4 homers and 6 from the starters. They win at 9-3. Jays will have to go the rest of the way without ace pitcher Roy Halladay. That's more bad news. Team officially shutting Doc down for the season Friday because of the broken leg suffered back in July. Guy had Cy Young stuff in 19 starts this season. Halladay 12-4, ERA about 2.4 for the O's.
Kevin Millwood and the Indians were a whisker behind the Yankees and Athletics in that wild card race. Cleveland in Toronto, bottom 4 tied, 2 on. Russ Adams singles off Millwood. Eric Hinske, is he wearing his PF Flyers? Safe. Blue Jays lead 2-1. Millwood, complete game, but would 2 be 1 too many? Top 8. Miguel Batista, 2-1. Johnny Peralta, good game to watch. 2 on for Victor Martinez. He swings to end the game. And the inning, excuse me. Blue Jays go on to win it. 2-1.
For Cleveland. Top first, Grady Sizemore's down there at 3rd. And look at that, Greg Zahn. picks him off after that sizable lead. Well, you know, they were keeping an eye on him because Friday night, Sizemore was down there third again. He just took off running. Didn't wait for the guy to hit it or nothing. He just stole home. Oh, my goodness. Back to Sunday's game. Bottom 7-4-1 Indians. Huge inning for Ronnie Belliard. Let's just let his defense sort of wash over you. Reed Johnson feels the pain from the second baseman. Wow, excellent. Now, Alex Rios. Look who's there again. And then later in the inning, Vernon Wells. Oh, boy. You know, at some point, the scouting report is going to say, don't hit it to Ronnie. Made all 3 outs from the 7th. Indians win it 4-1.